Hey everybody, what's good? It's Jordan Pickleball, and I'm joined by my brother, Isaiah. Do you want to say anything to the crowd of hundreds?
Hundreds of them, huh?
Well, maybe tens. You know, we'll see
this
how it
is the one place to go for your pickleball needs.
That's right. Thank you for that.
The only place on YouTube that you can find pickleball.
The only pickleball YouTuber I know. Well, we just had Christmas time, which is a great time to spend with family. And, well, I didn't get to spend my Christmas with my brother. He is visiting me here for the New Year's. And he brought with him a unique Christmas gift. Do you want to tell the audience about this gift?
So this is Canadian only find. You have to go to Canada to find it. But
Maybe that's good.
It is one of the best paddles that they have on the market right now. It's a Franklin original.
Oh, man.
And it is the aluminum Challenger. And it is built different.
Yeah, I saw this gift and I was immediately astounded by this paddle. It befuddled me, in fact, because I don't know why they made this. I think we hit this around quite a bit now. It has to be the worst paddle.
It's very fun. Very good paddle.
That I've ever seen. We're going to do a close-up on it. This is an aluminum paddle, and it's heavier than you think.
Heavier than the microphone I'm holding.
And it has these plastic stoppers that if the ball hits off of these, it's just going.
My favorite feature personally is the smoothness.
Yeah.
I like how there's no grit to get in the way.
You guys have been talking so much trash about the spin on some paddles, asking me if it's good or if it's bad. But really, the best surface for spinning is glass, because when I'm on the ice of North Dakota, I'm really sliding around on those roads. That means spin potential. And Franklin clearly has understood that, because look at that. I can see, look at that.
You can see the shine off of
right
it.
Here. Look at
it's
that.
Probably waxed. That's how good it is.
This thing is striking. Franklin is known for their good paddles more than anything else. But I mean, in addition to that, look at this. Would you call that unibody when it bends?
I think this is probably the thinnest paddle I've ever seen in my
that's
whole
a 16
life.
Millimeter paddle?
That paddle is, man.
This is not a Chicago.
It's built for speed.
Ben Johns of the Chicago Slice. Is this a Chicago Slice right here? I have to say though, it's been fun playing with these paddles. I mean, I can't think of a paddle that I've enjoyed playing with more. If you guys have a paddle that you think can best this in the worst paddle category, let me know.
I will say one thing about this paddle. One, you can tell clearly it has the highest build quality you've ever seen.
That's true.
But price-wise, if you want a cheaper paddle, this will cost you around $20. That is a good price for a paddle.
It's actually not that.
That is a very good price for a paddle.
It's funny because when we started out, I think we bought fiberglass Yola paddles. And
I didn't.
What'd you get? What did you start?
I got
an Onyx?
Z5.
A Z5.
A Z5. That thing's built. That's about as thin as this, actually.
Z5 is a contender because it also sounds very interesting. If you guys have hit a Z5, you know the sound of that. Is it Nomex? That Nomex core pop. This paddle, we're gonna do a little ASMR here, because I think I usually, I leave the sound out of it. I just tell you what I think of the sound, but this paddle sounds so good you have to hear it for yourself. Oh, it's hard to bounce.
It has a lot of bounce. Look at that. Ooh, look at the consistency. It doesn't have a dead spot.
There's no dead spots in this paddle.
When the whole paddle's dead, there's no dead spot.
And the best part is, I probably won't show up on here, but when you bounce it on it, you get literal metal scratches in the paddle.
It probably dents too. We haven't played with it enough to see.
I feel like this was an early version of the Adidas Metal Bone, because they saw this and thought, why aren't paddles made out of metal?
It's a good question.
But I just I've seen those Onyx paddles out there. I've seen the wood. I've seen all those beautiful boys, but I can't think of something that beats the Challenger when it comes to just pure confusion. What do you think?
It is a high quality paddle. I recommend everyone has at least 3 in their household. Okay. For people you don't like very much.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go and give it. Before we exit out, I think we need to make this a formal paddle review. So let's talk about power, spin, control, and your overall thought of price performance. So let's start with power. What do you think?
It's it doesn't have bad power. It can.
What do you say, like a 7 out of 10?
Yeah, it's not bad. It hits. It hits like it's.
It hits. I mean,
metal paddle.
You could say it hits like a truck just because it's built like
dinking
a truck.
Actually, to be honest, dinking with it, because it's so like it doesn't it doesn't have a bounce to it. So dinking with it's really easy.
But it vibrates like a lot.
Well, yeah, you want to feel your paddle.
I guess if you get, I will give it that. When we got used to, so we're just gonna skip to control. We're gonna skip ahead to control.
There's no spin, no spin at all.
Let's just move on
spin.
from spin. Power we gave a 7. Control, I'd give it a 6.5. I wouldn't give it that high as you because you have to like get used to your entire hand vibrating.
It's fine. It's easy.
But if you do,
if you ever hit a baseball with a metal baseball bat, that's what you feel when you're playing with it.
The other problem with your control category is there's no spin, so you can only really dink it like straight in front.
But dinking is really fun with it because there's no bounce to it, so it goes barely over the net every time.
That's fair. You're not like sometimes when you're playing with those thermoformed, broken, illegal paddles that I know all of you guys have been playing with. I'm looking at all of you gearbox users. You're always hitting right into that back fence if you mess up. There's no way this is hitting the back fence when you mess up.
It can barely go over the net.
Everything is staying in and with a good margin. The last thing I think we need to talk, price to performance.
I would say, okay, price range on this paddle is so good.
$20. I don't know.
It's so good. The performance that it shows is elite.
Okay.
It is a challenger to anyone.
I will say, there's companies out there like Friday Pickleball that have legit thermoform paddles for $50. But I don't know if the price is there, but we didn't talk about build quality because some paddles, like the gearbox, I've heard they've been breaking left and right. Do you think you could break this paddle?
It's solid.
I think this paddle could break your pickleball.
And you don't have to worry about it sitting in the heat or the cold as long as you don't touch it. You'll be good.
I guarantee this is the Jordan Pickleball guarantee. This paddle will not delaminate.
You might have to wax it once or twice to get that spin back, but
I was going to say I don't think this edge guard could come off.
Oh, the edge guard can come off.
It's starting to come off. So maybe the construction's not all there, but I don't think this plastic cork
so
bottle
this plastic
is going anywhere.
It's going to stay there forever. That's not falling off.
If $20 is a lot of money. Otherwise, I'd see what's underneath here. But it looks like these cork stoppers are being held on by just a little flimsy plastic. Like it looks like the top of a wine bottle.
It's the Franklin build quality. You can trust it.
So Franklin, I hope that just to wrap up, I hope we see more.
We need more aluminum paddles out there.
We need a whole challenger line because it really is a challenge playing pickleball when you're using this paddle, and I think that makes people better.
It's I don't know. There's just something about the feel of metal on your pickleball paddle that just wants you. It makes you want to play with it more.
I kind of want to etch my name in it. So people don't steal it. Like normally you have to write your name with a marker. That's dumb. I'm gonna etch it with my keys.
You just scratch it off.
So yeah, guys, this is a fun video. We just thought we'd say hello. We hope you guys had a good Christmas. If you can think of a paddle that you think is worse than this, please let me know. I will buy it right away. I will play with it. I'll give it a good shot and see how it goes. And also, if you guys bought a Challenger, I want to know why.
You're welcome.
Because
for anyone who's gonna buy a Challenger after this video, you're welcome.
Franklin should give me a code after this. I think we've probably burned bridges with them. But Franklin, I'd love to try your paddles. Aluminum
but not this one.
Aluminum or not. I'd like to try them. But God bless. You guys have a good rest of your holiday season. See you later.